opportunity here?
I mean, any opportunity is great, but I think to be with, a championship minded organization, to be able to learn from kind of the veterans and the coaches while I'm here, I think is definitely a great opportunity for me in my first year. So just excited, like I said, to have been in the gym with these guys and just continue to learn.
How did it come together, kind of from your point of view? Was it just your experience summer league, or kind of what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of the draft as well too, and then obviously through summer league there was some communication and stuff. So, but it felt like a great situation for me to be in here with the Jazz being here in Salt Lake. So definitely excited, like I said, to continue to build in this program for now.
Have you been part of OTAs so far, and if so, how have those gone?
They've been going well. They've been going real well. Like I said, I think the biggest thing is just trying to set a good foundation for myself in my first year and continue to learn and just get up to pace with the pro game, because it's, like I said, a lot faster, a lot different than college. So just continuing to learn kind of the ins and outs of the pro game and just learn every single day from these guys.
What's kind of been the big learning? Obviously it's early, but what have been kind of the big differences to this point?
I think, speed is obviously a big thing, and I think just a bigger court and a lot more space, and just learning how to play those angles, how to defend in those angles, and just kind of, like I said, learning the rules, all that stuff. It's been a big transition, but I think being able to have summer league and the OTAs has definitely helped me out a ton.
During OTAs, has there been anyone specifically kind of taking you under their wing, kind of helping you out?
It's been kind of multiple guys. Joe's been really great with me, which is really crazy because him and my dad had played together in Australia, so there's already kind of a connection there. So he's been really helpful with me. A lot of the young guys, Jared, MaCio, those guys have been helping me out as well too. So it's been great, kind of just having input from everybody and help me, kind of get more adjusted to the pro game.
Did you know Joe beforehand, or was that just a random connection that you kind of found out?
No, that was a random connection. Kind of like I said, some Aussie connection with that, and with Coach Riley being like assistant at Boise State, so definitely a little bit of random connections there before, so that was always nice.
First of all, I mean, obviously you've got the experience with the Kings. What are you trying to, what are you trying to show in this new kind of setup with the Jazz, and why do you think you're a good fit?
Just my versatility. Being able to guard multiple positions, just being able to do multiple things on the floor and do whatever coach is asking me to do, really.
What was the kind of arrangement of landing in Utah? What was your off season like?
Busy, definitely busy. Still being a part of Sacramento until the last few weeks, and then got the call, and then came up to Utah for a workout, and then about a few days later, they pretty much said, "We want you back."
What's that feeling like when you kind of go into such an uncertain off season and then you land somewhere and you've got some money?
It's definitely how would I put it? You can't wait for it to happen. It's exciting. Yeah, you get a little anxious as well, but it's pretty much you worked your whole life for it. So it's pretty much you get there, you have your opportunity, you take advantage of it, and then whatever the outcome is the outcome.
How have OTAs gone, and how do you feel like you're fitting in with the team?
It's been going pretty well. The team hasn't been fully back yet, so I've been playing with the young guys a lot. So it's definitely been well. A lot of talented players.
Speak of playing with the young guys, has anyone impressed you?
A lot of people. So I played against Udoka in high school. So playing against Dope, he's always a presence down there in the middle. So it was nice to see him.
How much different is he now than he was in high school?
He's just so much more of a presence. He's also learned, like what spots to go to on the floor, how to get easier shots. He's just a better overall player.
What can you tell yourself to maybe kind of introduce yourself to Jazz fans? Just kind of what you like to do off the court.
I'm a team player. I'm a fun guy, as Kawhi say. I just be chilling. I'll be inside watching Netflix, playing the video game, hanging out with my teammates, hanging out with my family. That's pretty much it, man.
What are your shows and what are your games you like?
So my favorite show, y'all gonna get me out. So I just finished Game of Thrones. It was amazing. Amazing. Just finished it. So now I know what the hype was all about. So I would say Game of Thrones is my favorite right now.
You don't need to be embarrassed, but I finished like a year ago.
Oh, okay.
You weren't disappointed with the finale.
Yeah, season 8, man. Come on. Do better.
What are your thoughts for this season, just as a team, and have you guys set goals for yourselves, or as for what you guys want to accomplish as a team, and how do you guys get there?
Right, we're just all excited. We all know how it ended last year. We don't want to be in that position again. We want to make a championship kind of run. We know we have the guys to do it. We have the coaches that have to do it. So it's just all about putting pieces together now, and everyone's excited. Personal goals, I'm just looking to get better. Every day is the opportunity for me to get better, whether, coaches put me in the game or in practice or whatever the case may be. So I'm just looking to get better every single day.
What have you been doing after summer league? Kind of what's been your focus getting ready for the regular season?
Just shooting a lot of shots, getting in shape. My conditioning is at a new level right now. I had a good 2 weeks here, OTAs, just playing with guys, playing pickup, playing well. So my confidence is pretty good right now. I feel good going into it. I would say this is my real rookie year because last year it was kind of the draft and then straight into training camp. So I have a lot more knowledge going into it. I know what I need to do, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Tell me about OTAs and kind of how those were. I guess first of all, did you do OTAs last year? I'm trying to remember.
No.
I guess, what was that experience like?
It was cool just to be here a little early for training camp. I was here for 2 weeks, just working out, playing pickup, being around the new guys, younger guys. So it was just cool. It's just basketball, so it's just fun. I just try to focus on a couple of things, like defensive things, making shots, sprinting to the corners, those kind of stuff.
When you say focusing on defensive things, what are you talking about?
Quinn has a certain way he does things, with his tactics and things he likes. So just trying to implement that more into my game and my defensive side has really been my focus.
How excited are you for heading out to Vegas for training camp? Can you kind of tell us how that came about, like kind of what the idea behind that is?
To be honest, I'm not really sure, but I'm looking forward to it myself. Just being in Vegas with all the guys, being able to bond, have team dinners and stuff like that, being able to do other things besides just focusing on basketball, trying to build some chemistry with the guys. So it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And again, at the end of the day, it's Vegas, but we're focused and we know what's at stake here.
You mentioned you all remember how last season ended. Kind of what's been the mentality from the guys who've been around to this point, and kind of has there been much talk about that and doing things differently this year, or is it too early for that?
I would say it's too early. Guys are just kind of focused and taking everything one day at a time, just locked in. Like I said, we want to make a championship run, so it starts now, and guys are just focusing up and ready.
Can be tough for guys in kind of your situation where you're on a contending team, right? Where maybe a guy drafted earlier or later would have been on a team that you could find some more minutes, I guess, right? So, what's your kind of mentality towards that, and kind of what are you learning from being on a really good team?
Right, any 23-year-old that come out of college and average 20 points, they want to play. That's kind of what I just want to play. But it is what it is. I understand it's a learning. I'm on a great team with great coaching staff and great teammates and guys to learn from. And over the past year, I've learned so much. I've gotten so much better. And I'm just looking forward to just keep taking steps up and finding my way into rotation at some point. But again, it is tough. It sucks, but it is what it is. I'm on a contending team, so I can't really be upset.
Is it uncomfortable having to change everything so much? I mean, because you had the ball in your hands so much at Syracuse, and now you're kind of off the ball quite a bit. Is it weird to be on the floor when you're not touching it that often?
It's just I think one of my biggest strengths is the ability to adapt. I've been to a bunch of high schools, 2 colleges, and I've played for different coaches my whole life. So having the ability to adapt to new situations and new things is a skill of mine, I would say, and it's just something that I'm really good at.
What were your thoughts on being traded to the Jazz, and what are your thoughts on your prospective role coming into this season?
Thoughts on getting traded? I was very happy. Again, it's all part of the NBA. I mean, it's a business, and things happen, and this is something that happened. It's part of my journey in the NBA, and very excited. I'm very excited to be a part of it. Again, I don't know what my role is just yet. I mean, when we start practice, I'll start to see. But I'm just trying to bring energy, bring a different mentality here, and just try to be a dog at all times.
How do you feel like you've acclimated to the state and with the team during these OTAs?
State, I don't know. I'm so used to big cities like New York or even going to school in Philly. But it's definitely a change. I think it'll be good for me just to have just a balance, just to be calm all the time and not have to worry about certain things or like get distracted. But yeah, the team. I mean, I knew most of the team already, so that was pretty simple. But I just definitely got to get acclimated to the city and different way of living.
What's kind of the biggest difference between living in a big city versus a smaller city?
Just things to do, pretty much. I mean, again, coming out here, New York City, you get a whole lot to do, and here it's very, I wouldn't say it's boring because like the scenery here is actually beautiful. Like one thing, like right now I'm in a hotel, but I look outside the window, I see all these mountains, and I'm like, dang, like this is real. But definitely just have to get used to just being here. Like it's a whole new city. It's the same thing as San Francisco. I was in San Francisco. I had to get acclimated and understand and find out things to do to keep myself, I wouldn't say sane, but just busy. Just busy when I have the free time when I'm done with workouts.
Those workouts in Miami with Don and Royce, what were those like? Have you gone out there with them before this summer?
No. So this was actually my first NBA offseason for real because last year, my rookie year, COVID. So I didn't really have an offseason. But it was cool. I mean, it was always cool to be around them the whole summer. I mean, it was fun being able to work out, be done by like 12, and then just have the whole day to yourself. So it was pretty fun.
Do you still keep in contact with Coach Wright?
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yeah, that's my guy.
You've had pretty elite coaches everywhere you've stopped so far. So
yeah.
What do you expect from Quinn, or what's Donovan told you about him?
I've had conversations with him, and he seems like a pretty cool dude. Heard a lot of great things about him, and I know I'm not. Again, I was saying earlier, I'm not going to be able to shoot mid-range jumpers like I usually want to, but I mean it's all part of it. But again, I compared this to Villanova because they shoot a lot of threes, and Coach Wright always taught us to catch the shoot and play off our jumper.
What's that adjustment for you? Because when you broke into the rotation in Golden State, I mean it was primarily as a small ball 5 or a small ball 4. Mm-hmm. Here you're going to be taking a lot of threes, corner threes, above the break threes, and that's not something that you've done on a consistent basis so far. So is that something that you're looking forward to doing and making a part of your game?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I mean, again, having the freedom to shoot this many threes, and I feel like for any player that gives a lot of confidence. It gives a lot of confidence when shooting and knowing that you're not going to get yelled at for taking this shot, or like you're not going to get snatched or anything like that. So just the confidence I feel like is a lot higher with shooting threes because they want you to shoot a lot of them.
What's Donovan kind of told you or taken you through about kind of the mechanics of the team and how it's constructed and kind of what the guys are like?
Again, I pretty much knew everything about him. I mean, being in the NBA, you learn what teams like to do. So he hasn't really had to tell me that much. He just said play defense and whatever mid-range you shoot, turn into a 3. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what he's told me.
Promising Summer League. What was that experience like for you, and how do you build upon that heading into this season?
Oh yeah, Summer League was great. It was great for me. Especially like not being able to play, and for me, just building off that is, just going out there, working on my game, keep improving, keep getting better, and just paying attention in practice, and in training camp, giving it all I can. So yeah.
Have you felt more comfortable during OTAs this year, just because of that strong summer league?
Pretty much. I felt like after the summer league, that kind of built my confidence a little bit. Not being able to play last year and dealing with COVID previous years. Kind of like I didn't know what to expect, but right after the summer league game, I think it kind of helped me with my confidence and going into the season. Yeah.
What kind of feedback did you get from coaches after summer league play? Because obviously you had a really great showing both here and in Vegas. What did they tell you in terms of what they liked that they saw, and in terms of what else they want to see from you going forward?
I only spoke to the assistant coach Vince, who's my player development guy, you know, he kind of like just came up to me and spoke to me about, you know, my activity and what I did. You know, for him, it was just the simple thing, you know, just keep, you know, doing what I'm doing, keep getting in shape, keep running, you know, rebounding, being the aggressive guy, you know, on the paint and all that stuff. He just pretty much spoke to me about it and, you know, just kind of talked to me to, you know, keep building up of what I did in the Summer League. That's about it.
Before Summer League started, you'd mentioned that you wanted to keep getting in shape. How are you as far as that goes now that you're about to go into training camp?
I think I'm in pretty good shape right now. You know, I've been in the gym, walking and running a lot during the off season. All I did was, you know, just run. You know, I've been, you know, I went back to Kansas for a little bit, and you know, I did a lot of like conditioning work, and I think I'm in a pretty good shape right now.
Does it help that you're going into your second season? You kind of know what to expect, or is it so much different than last year? Does it feel completely different?
I feel like it helps. It helps a little bit. You know, kind of like, you know, from what happened last year. You know, it kind of like just, you know, helped me out a little bit. You know, in terms of what to expect, or you know, in terms of training camp. So it don't kind of look new to me right now. It's just like, okay, I know, you know, what to expect. And in my mind, I'm kind of like programming it up, and you know, like, okay, this is what I need to work on, or this is what I need, you know, to get better at. So yeah.
Were you able to connect with any other players from the team, not at Summer League, you know, kind of just over the summer?
No, we didn't.
Do you call Florida home? Is that where you spent most of the off season?
Yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah, my host parents live
Right.
in Jacksonville, so that's where I spend most of my summer.
Where do you work out when you're down there?
My high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, my high school gym over there.
What school did you go to?
Horace House Christian Academy.
Hmm.
What's it been like for your host parents, like kind of seeing you go on this journey, you know, going from, you know, where you came from to where you're in college to now being in your second year in the NBA? What did you guys talk about this summer?
For them also, like, you know, it's been a learning experience for them because they haven't been through all this before. For them too, it's, you know, they kind of embrace the role. You know, they are happy. You know how far I came and all that stuff. But for them, you know, it's just about like they keep, you know, wanting me to get better, keep improving and all that stuff. And you know, it's been great. It's been fun for them too.
We talked to Justin James, who said he played against you in high school, and I'm curious, do you remember playing against him in high school?
I don't remember playing against him, but he said, you know, it was actually in the weight room, and then he came up to me and he said something about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, really? You know?
So you don't remember him at all?
No, I don't remember that. Because his high school team, it's like they have different teams every time we play them. So it was like, okay, cool.
Build off of what you were able to accomplish in Summer League, and you know, what are your thoughts for your role as you head into preseason?
Just trying to continue to play, be a star in my role. Learned that last year through this guy named Mark Vital, who didn't really get a lot of shots, or didn't really get a lot of like the credit, but he was a star in his role. So just trying to be that, whatever Jazz asked me to do, to try to just do that to the highest of my ability.
So do you know what your role is? Because, you know, the last Summer League game, whenever you showed off all your playmaking that you haven't shown off a whole lot in your career, do you know what they want to see from you?
No, not really sure. We'll figure that out sooner than later, though.
How much contact over the off season did you have with your Baylor teammates, and then also where did you work out?
I worked out in Miami and in Phoenix, and I talked to a few of the guys quite a bit. I know I talked to Davion like 3-4 times a week, every other day pretty much. So we talked a lot, talked to Mark a lot, talked to JB a lot, talked to Flag, LJ, talked to like a lot of those guys, like a ton. So just keeping in contact with those guys, because the relationships you build on teams are unforgettable.
When you were working out in Miami, did you link up with Don, Royce, and Eric?
They came after me. I was there during their season actually.
Oh, okay.
What's it like for, you know, somebody that just came off of a national championship, you know, and coming into a team that's as established as the team that you're coming into, you know, what's the mentality like going into OTAs? What's the mentality like going into training camp, and how do you fit into that?
Just trying to compete at the highest level. I feel like that's where I fit in. It's a winning culture here. It's a winning culture previously for me. And just doing whatever it takes to win. I know it's a lot of sacrifices that are made going into winning, and I'm willing to make those sacrifices.
We've heard some good things about Derrick Butler and OTAs. Kind of what have you seen kind of playing with him?
With JB?
Yeah.
Really talented scorer, can shoot the ball well, makes plays, can defend. So I just really enjoy playing with Jared, and I just feel like he has a lot of potential.
What are you able to show? Because you played with such a good backcourt in Baylor,
Yeah.
but you also have a lot of those skills like you showed in Summer League. What are you hoping to show now that you've got kind of different teammates around you?
Just my playmaking abilities, leadership, even more, and just being able to just fit in with the guys.
What's been your two-part question? What's been your experience in OTAs? You know, just going up and down. And how big a training camp is this for you, given that you didn't play in Summer League?
Yeah, so OTA's been pretty good for me. I've been taking it more seriously than I think the other guys, just because I didn't play Summer League, and just trying to get a feel of the game and speed, and just getting adjusted to the length and strength and all that. And this training camp is big for me, just for any rookie in general, but also for me because I feel like I can impact this team, and then learning the plays and all that stuff. It's just big for me for sure.
I gotta ask, how was you momentarily a cheerleader at the BYU game on Saturday?
Did everybody see this?
Yeah,
I did it for a good reason, trust me.
What was the reason?
It's a very good reason, like 500 reasons, so. I think everybody would have done it.
Wait a minute. Okay, so who was this with?
I ain't gonna do all that. It's kind of a lot of talk, with 500 reasons, so.
What do you want to show this year just on the court? Obviously, again, you mentioned not having a summer league. So what is it that you want to show that you can do in this training camp?
Just reliability, being able to, you can rely on me in big moments, and moments where, guys need rest, and moments where they need me to step up and, hit big shots. Just being reliable, and being able to depend on Jared and not, see him as a rookie and undependable, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that said, you obviously are coming into a really good team without like an easy spot to be like, okay, I'm going to get minutes. So how do you kind of handle that?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think a lot of rookies are probably going to go through this, but for me, I just try to take everything as a positive. If I'm not playing, that means I'm learning. If I am playing, great, So just trying to take every circumstance that I'm put in and make the most out of it. Not expecting anything. But at the same time, I know my talents and my abilities. Does that make sense?